So we have already heard from David, Brian, and Ronan about their experiences of being the LIR chair. And I'm going to talk to you, when I reflect on my experiences of being the LIR chair, it's really about the great committees that I've worked with over the years. So after my term of being the LIR chair came to an end, David Kane, who was incoming chair, asked me if I had any advice for him. And I suggested, I looked at this as an opportunity to draft guidelines on becoming the LIR chair based on my own experiences. And in a nutshell, the guidelines are a chair is only as good as the committee that works with him or her, and they should always draw on the group's collective knowledge and experience in order to aid decision making. Now, I was LIR chair twice. Initially, I was interim chair in 2014, following the sudden resignation of our chair in December. And this was due to a heavy workload, and they could not give the time and dedication to the role of chair. Now, because I was secretary at the time, I was nominated as interim chair in January. And at that time, we held our annual seminar in March. So my role as LIR chair or interim LIR chair was to steer the leadership through the turbulent seas and ensure that we delivered a successful seminar for our attendees, which we did. I was also chair in 2016 and 2017, and I'll talk about each of these in more detail. So in 2016, we decided to move the LIR seminar to November instead of March. And I suppose there was three reasons for this. The first of these was the centenary celebrations of the 1916 Easter Rising. So that meant that all venues in Dublin from the beginning of February until the beginning of April were booked out. Secondly, then we had the LIR conference, the Lilac conference, which was taking place in UCD at the end of March. And finally, then the theme of the seminar in 2016 was innovation in library spaces and tech spaces, and there was some similar seminars being held around the springtime on this particular topic. So we were conscious that all these seminars and the Lilac conference were appealing to the same captive audience, and that we did not want people to feel fatigued about library spaces. So we decided to move the seminar to November, where the calendar wasn't as busy. Now, in 2017, the LIR seminar, we applied for what's called CPD course accreditation from the Library Association of Ireland, and we were successful in this application. Now, over the years, we had received inquiries from several attendees who wished to apply for the CPD course accreditation on attending the conference. And also in the 2017 LIR annual seminar, my elderly aunt passed away 2 days before the seminar. So although I wrote the chair's welcome, her funeral was scheduled on the same day of the seminar. So I asked my colleague uh, James Malloy to deliver the chair's welcome on my behalf. Now, I always enjoyed the creative challenge of writing the chair's welcome and tried always to include some humour in it, and also the challenge of writing the annual reports to LIR institutions. Now, when I look back at my time as chair, I seem to spend an awful lot of time drafting proposed motions to amend the constitution at the AGM. In 2014, the proposed motion was regarding the sudden resignation of the chair and also the appointment of an interim chair. In 2016, it was in relation to the number of committee members that needed to be present at a LIR committee meeting in order to pass a decision. And then in 2017, it was in relation to committee membership, not a sufficient number of committee members attending the AGM. So we proposed in our motion that we would threaten the disbandment of LIR if a sufficient number of committee members did not turn up at the AGM. At the time, it was 14. So I even remember Brian Gillespie coming up to me at the time of the seminar and saying, "You're not seriously going to disband the LIR committee, are you? And I said, no, Brian, it's only a threat. So as you can see, we're still here today and we're as active and alive as ever. So I've been a LIR committee member since 2010. Now, for some people, they might consider this a prison sentence, but for me, I view it as a valuable learning experience. And I suppose it's how you view the glass, whether it's half full or half empty. And in my case, I've always viewed the glass as being half full. So I've just tried to give you a flavour of my time of being LIR chair and the obstacles that we've had to overcome during the years, which is down to the hard work and dedication of the committees that I've worked with over the years. So I'd like to thank you for your attention.